Is there any sort of aspect which you feel can help people to develop the unconditional aspect of love? Because sometimes when you speak to people and talk about unconditional love, they say, how can it be unconditional?
Yeah.
I love you because of this or that, or I don't love you because of this or that, and it can be slightly unfamiliar and confusing thing for other people to understand. But when there's no judgment
Yes.
of people, and you just accept people completely regardless of who they are, what they do, or anything of that nature. Do you have any? Do you have a similar sort of experience with other people that they sort of question the whole idea of unconditional love, or
Of
is it?
course, I do. I do have. It can be a little confusing for people to understand the concept of unconditional love, and especially for Indians, because spirituality feels like it would have, come from Indians, and the rishis and the munis and that meditated, and India is known to be spiritual country, quote unquote. But you'd be surprised how many Indians, come from a different look when it comes to unconditional. So I have a lot of Indian friends asking me, what does it mean to love unconditionally? Because it seems like nowadays everybody loves with conditions, like you said. You give me, for between parents and children, you give me A grade, I'll get you so and so. You do this for me, I'll do blah 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 for you. So they're all based with conditions. So nowadays kids are growing up thinking that if they do something, they will get something, and that's what love is. You do, and that's how you receive. So they're based with a lot of conditions. How do you A, break that pattern, and B, still push people into unconditional love and break those barriers? Because I have seen a lot of my friends, they still have this tunnel vision. It's like you give something, you get something. You do something, that's how it's done. Nobody just does anything for you for free. Are you kidding me? No, that doesn't happen. So you have a lot of non-believers that do, ask me about what is unconditional love. And I think it's very simple. Love without conditions. It's as simple as that. That I just love you for who you are, just the way you are, and that's it. No ifs, buts, or ands. There's no give or take. There is no, but and because humans have been trained in such a different way that it's difficult for them to grasp. That means if I love you just the way you are and who you are, that means first somewhere I must have learned to love myself just the way I am, and who I am. And that has been an accepting journey, that has been an embracing journey. And like I said, through my life, because I felt like I was accepted and I was embraced without judgment, I could embrace myself without judgment. And I could love myself without judgment. And now that I can do that, I can give to other people, and it flows into their lives, and then it flows into from there to their maybe partners' lives or their children's lives, and it's like a little wave that sort of continues amongst my close friends, and yeah. But to answer your question, it has been a very interesting. How can you love without conditions? And it takes more practice and more being there for that friend or that human being, much more than just talking about it. I could talk about it, but words only can get so far. It's actions, and just showing that they are loved unconditionally, that they know that they can come to me with anything, that I think is put into practice, and then that's how they understand unconditional love. So.
Do you feel that there's love in your heart which is there for everyone and everything, regardless of the conditions that you might find other people in, and it's that love in your heart which is your guide stone, the basis on which you love people. so that you have that for everyone without having to work out anything about any kind of rationale about being able to love someone regardless of what they're doing, and that love is so stable within you that whoever you meet, you nevertheless are feeling that connection through that love in your heart, and so it's not really a matter of having to decide, well, I'm going to love you unconditionally regardless. It's just there anyway.
I think it is, but I think it forms through relationships. I think like my way of giving unconditional love to a stranger is through a smile. And I think a look in the eye and a smile on the face is all I can do in the immediate, split second. I cannot have all the relationships on this planet. I cannot build so many, friendships. But I do believe, from the bottom of the heart, that I have a lot of love for the whole humanity. Yes. How do I share that? I think it's person to person, one on one. It's a child in the park, a human being, a man, even a man walking by. If he doesn't take my smile in the wrong way, trust me, I get it a lot. A gentleman walking by, and I smile, and it's purely out of love, and I get, hey baby, and I'm just like, no, I'm so sorry. So it has been a very interesting experience, because I've so many times ever wanted to come from unconditional love and just give. And so many times they have thought, men especially have thought and taken it in the wrong way. And then I just have to look down and just like keep walking. But yes, I think there is genuinely a lot I feel for people. I'm human too. I ask myself questions like, why do people do what they do? Like when you hear news, I try to stay away from news. There's a lot of negativity, but you hear about these wars, and you hear about the sadness on this planet, and you're like, why? Why would somebody be compelled to do what they do? To hurt so many other people? Do they not see that there's a soul in the other person as well? That they're hurting, the soul. But I don't have all the answers, and I can only feel sorry for that person at that time, and who knows in the circle of life what is going through, I don't always have all the answers, but I try to see the best in that too. Don't always, I don't always, and that's why maybe I don't see news, because I can't always see positive, outcome of why people do what they do. So I try my best to surround myself with positive thoughts instead of negative, so I can give that to the world. So.